Welcome back to the podcast, everyone. I am Will. I'm joined by my co-host over here, the Greeze. Say hello, Greeze.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I was just over here smelling some Jack Daniel's number 7. And the picture of me shirtless in this very nook going bottoms up. That looks like a E.H. Taylor Tornado.
It was not Tornado.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
Yes, Greeze. It's a screenshot of Zoom. The colors are faded. I believe it was a single barrel.
Yeah,
it may have been barrel proof, but
there's no way I casually do that.
Yeah,
you know.
Well, no, there is a way. But I just don't think that was that. So we are doing another whiskey advice live. I did this by myself when you were on your cruise, and so we thought it'd be fun to do it together.
Yeah, it was super. I loved it.
Yeah, it's an engaging.
And there's a lot of people out there that don't want to be on video.
Yeah, so it's easy. You call in
like you
270-612-2275. That's 270-612-cask, like PodCask's.
You got it?
Well, it's two. I tried to get PodCask's and none of those, like toll free.
I thought A, B, and C was 1.
No, A, B, and C is 2. There's nothing on 1.
Really?
Yeah, 1 is numberless.
Dadgummit, you're right.
Right. So I tried to get PodCask's, couldn't. But go ahead and give a call to 270-612-2275.
Or 270-612-CASK.
You see the lower third there on the YouTube stream if you're watching. Hey, if you're new, go ahead and give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell, and do all the things. We've got a call that came in.
We do. I was going to tell our podcast people that they can check out our YouTube. If they want to see the video, if they want to see what you hate doing.
Yeah.
Then they can come on over here to YouTube. No, you don't hate doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You would just prefer not to be on camera.
All right. So we've got one call coming in, but I want to tell a story real quick.
Yeah.
And if you're in the car, there's some mild profanity in this story.
Okay.
But it makes the story sound. I mean, very, very mild. Nothing. It's tame. But I just want to give a warning. If
like an H word?
No, an A word.
Oh.
So, but if you're driving with your children in the car or something, you may want to.
I think that's worse than the H word.
So we, my daughter, she loves Peppa Pig. We went to Peppa Pig World. She's really into she has a pink record of all these Peppa Pig songs we listen to. Well, she's just now learning how to do Alexa, right?
Uh-huh.
So she goes up to Alexa, asks for hey, Alexa, play.
Oh, no.
She loves Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds by the Beatles, So she'll say, play Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. So she plays that song. Well, she also wants to ask it to play some of her favorite Peppa Pig tunes, one of which is called Digging Up the Road. It's about Mr. Bull, and it's very catchy. It says something, we're digging up the road. Anyhow, it'll drive a parent crazy, but she loves it.
Okay.
So I'm in the living room.
Are we gonna get flagged for that?
No, trust me, it wasn't near enough.
It didn't land.
So we're going. So I'm in the living room, and I hear her go over to Alexa, and she just calls the song "Mr. Bull." And so she goes up and she goes, "Hey Alexa, play Mr. Bull on Spotify." And all of a sudden, I hear Alexa saying. All of a sudden, I hear the music, and he goes, shake your ass. Watch yourself. Shake your ass. Show me what you're working with. I'm like, oh no. Alexa thought Adeline said Mr. Cole instead of Mr. Bull.
Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. Well,
that was
that fits. That
we had to
works.
teach her what the real name of the song was, so she's not listening.
Yeah. Now we do have a call, and so let's
Yeah.
just go ahead and go to it, and then we'll circle back because I'm sure we have more. So I went on a family reunion.
All right. So this says this is Eric. Eric, you are on live with the podcast Whiskey Advice Live. How you doing, man?
Doing well, guys. I just want y'all to know, love the show. Will, I called in a couple of weeks ago when you were doing it by yourself, and absolutely wonderful, my man.
Awesome. Thank you.
So my question to you all tonight is between E.H. Taylor Small Batch and Eagle Rare, which one are you guys choosing? And you can only have one bottle for the rest of your life. Which one are you choosing and why?
All right, go. You go first, Grease. That's a good question, Eric. I love it.
I'm going Eagle Rare. I like the age. It's solid, great. I mean, it's 90 proof. So I feel like, for the rest of your life, you can deal with 90 proof. I know some people are going to say, but wait, the H. Taylor Small Batch is going to hold up more at 100 proof.
Yeah.
It'll be better in cocktails. And I just like, well, no, I can make, a cocktail ratio for alcohol by just add another half shot of the Eagle Rare.
Yeah. I
love the small batch though.
I do love the small batch, and I was going to initially go with the small batch. It's a bottled and bond product. It's probably 6 or 7 years old when they put it out, but it's a great whiskey. But I think I'm with you because sometimes you may want, I guess if you have 100 proof, you could cut it down. I like the 90 proof point for in perpetuity, but I also like it. My wife loves Eagle Rare. So it's something we could, 100 proof isn't that much more, but she's a big fan of Eagle Rare. So something we could drink together if that's the only one I can have for the rest of time.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts, Eric? What would you pick of the two?
So, guys, my wife is 100% in agreement with you all. They love Eagle Rare. I am more on the fence with the E.H. Taylor. I just think there's a little bit more there and everything, but I think you can't go wrong with either one. But my wife is sitting here saying she agrees with you guys. So,
well, she's a smart lady, and we appreciate her input on this as well.
Well, I don't know if you're watching, Eric, but if we get to pick, a single barrel of E.H. Taylor.
Well, that's different. That wasn't the parameter.
Right.
Grease. Yeah.
Right. Well, God, that's a tough one, dude. For the rest of your life, would you rather have a barrel of E.H. Taylor at 100 proof,
or a barrel pick of Eagle Rare?
Over a barrel pick of Eagle Rare? Where do you land on that?
Oh man, probably the barrel pick of E.H. Taylor.
You got to figure that here's the deal with E.H. Taylor. Is E.H. Taylor freaking super in the pocket? Yes, but like the Eagle Rares that we've had.
Lights out.
They're just all over the map. So I mean, that might be riskier. Like, what if you go in there to do the barrel pick of your life?
Yeah.
Or you know what? If you got to pick any barrel in Warehouse C for the H. Taylor and any barrel that they do for Eagle Rare,
yeah.
If you got to pick the barrel from each, it would come down to the barrel you pick.
Yeah.
Not necessarily the expression, because
right.
You're dealing with like similar. I mean, sometimes we got a mash bill 2 Eagle Rare. It's normally mash bill 1.
Very rare to get a mash bill 2 Eagle Rare.
Totally.
Yeah. So, I will say, hey Eric, thank you so much for calling. I will also say that
Eric,
he called.
Oh,
sorry, I just dropped him, but he did call in last time I did this, and he had a question that was, "What is my favorite $60 bourbon?" And I did terribly on answering that, but what would you say? $60 price point. I'll say 50 to 60. I'll give you that.
I'm going to say, I mean, is it retail? Like, legit retail, not what they're going for?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Retail price.
Man, I love Weller 12.
Okay.
It's such a good whiskey. It's got some good age on it, but it the sweetness with the wheat counters that bitterness of the oak.
Yeah.
And it just ends up being complex that way. It's like, man, I'm getting bitterness, oak and tobacco, and then I'm getting kind of a sweetness, like a buttery sweetness.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of a savory sweet almost in that regard.
I would probably say, and now, like in hindsight, I would probably say like Jack Daniel's single barrel proof. Because I mean, for
God,
you know, like just the flavor you get out of some of those is just incredible.
Yeah,
for
but
the price point.
man, if I had Weller 12 all the time, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
I'd be okay.
No, I agree with that. It's a really good pour. Once again, at retail. So that's sub $60,
100%.
right?
Yeah, I think retail is it $59 or is it $49? It might be $49.
They may have bumped it up. I don't remember.
I don't know.
It used to be like $40.
Well, they're going to bump it up when they change the cork.
Yeah, never. Speaking of corks, actually,
this
is an interesting thing. I read this today. So
should we go to the caller first?
No, well, Ryan, we see you. We're going to go to Ryan after I talk about this.
Okay, cool.
This is a nice segue.
Yeah.
You talked about corks. Is that you know that over like 4th of July holiday and everything, they rolled out the Coy Hill small batch.
Yes,
and they come in 375s. They're smaller. They're $50.
Are you talking about the bigger cork?
Yeah, well, they had to make a different cork. It was actually for that Coy Hill
because they had to hold the vapors in.
Yeah, because the Coy Hill was such higher proof than they were dealing with. They're having a problem with their typical corks shooting off.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to. I mean, you've had that happen to your vehicle before.
I sure have.
Yeah, with Knob Creek.
Oh yeah,
it was Knob Creek. It
literally just melted the wax and then
they just shot off.
Yep.
So they were having trouble with that. They had to come up with, and it's actually a newly designed cork that has it's more compressed, so it is able to stick in there.
Yeah, honestly, I think
a higher compression cork.
I think I talked about it 2 weeks ago when I was on.
When you were on solo. Okay, well that makes sense. I wasn't on with you, and I typically can't watch back the whole thing.
No, me neither.
Fear. But yeah, so now we're gonna go to Ryan.
All right, man.
Who's calling in? Ryan, welcome to Whiskey Advice Live. Thanks for calling in, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys. Just curious to hear from y'all. What is the worst bourbon you've ever had, and how much did you pay for it?
Ooh, okay.
I don't think that one that we had really early on a distillery sent us.
Oh yeah, that wasn't even a bourbon.
It was like some Indian spice something.
We had a chai spice whiskey
that
came, but they had a Terra Pure Cavalry whiskey that came with it. I don't think they're in business anymore, so we're fine and shame them now. But yeah, but
that wouldn't be considered a bourbon. He specifically asked.
Well, there was the Cavalry bourbon, and it was sent as a sample, so that was free. But I have a different answer. That was just terrible. It just had not good. It just tasted bad.
Oh yeah, okay. Lusty Claw's a bourbon.
Is that your worst bourbon you've ever had?
That's pretty bad.
I don't think it's the worst I've ever had.
It's pretty bad. What about?
Pour it up.
No, you know what? The Dickel Ballin and Bond batch 2.
Ooh, yeah, that was bad.
Was it batch 2 or batch 1?
The batch 1. It
was
the
batch
very
1.
First one. Dickel Bottled and Bond. It was,
it was bad.
11 years old, I think, or 13 years old.
It was so bad.
And it was disgusting. And that was $35. It wasn't super expensive, was it?
No, it wasn't expensive at all.
You know what I would say that I love I
love the fact that you're about to try this to see if it's the worst.
So no,
do you want to side by side the Derringer with that?
No. One of the worst things I've ever had was that I don't want to Ezra Brooks clock decanter that you had. Was that the one?
No, that one was
one was good.
That was Steely's.
There was not Steely, Paul Steele.
Paul Steele.
Yeah, no, there was a decanter, a dusty decanter that we had with Paul Steele that was so bad and turned. He got it for very cheap, but he let us.
It was like
I think I've had some.
It was just straight library books.
Some dusty bourbons that are just turned and just gross.
So bad.
Yeah,
dude. That National Distillers Old Granddad 114 that we had.
That was the opposite.
Fresh crack was incredible.
Yeah,
but then we revisited it at 4 or 5 months later.
Yeah,
it was bad. Like it was like this is like has a disease in it.
Yeah. So Ryan, what is the worst bourbon you've ever had, and what did you pay for it?
All right, you try that first.
Yeah, I think the worst I've ever had was a Black Maple Hill I bought about a year and a half ago.
Yep.
And I
Oh,
paid
gosh,
$95
yes.
for it. And it by far was the worst bourbon I have had to date, and it's probably got an ounce and a half missing.
Did you say
And
you
the only
paid
reason why
95?
that's missing is I have people try that come over before they drink the good stuff.
Did you say you paid 95 for it?
Yeah, I think it was like 95, and I think that's what retail is. I don't know,
Yeah.
it's not far off.
I bought it several years ago. Do you remember when I had it?
sure as heck do. Joe B bought it for you.
Nope.
Well, you.
No. You.
I Joe
purchased
B
it.
was at the store and took a picture of it and said, "Do I need this?" And you said, "No, mine's awful." Yeah,
Right.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
I went by. I think I got it at Frugal McDougal.
You did. You did.
and
100%.
I went and bought it, and I think it was like 79 or 89 when I got it. So roughly around the same price point, margin of error,
Mm-hmm.
and horrible. We tried. It was disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely wretched. Sat around as a doorstop for a while, but that's about it. So I don't
Yeah.
have that in my possession anymore. Ryan, thank you for calling, man.
I think he was trying to say something again.
Oh yeah, hop on.
Ryan,
in.
what's up?
No, you guys are good. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so all right, cool.
All right, we've got another call.
We're just gonna go back to back
in queue, and this one, the auto screen just says Pastor Four Roses Master.
Okay,
so sometimes
this sounds like a great person.
Yeah, so we're gonna let this person talk, but you're probably gonna have to clear up whatever the auto screen thought you were trying to say. So, Pastor Four Roses Master, you're on the air.
No, it's Cleopatra.
Cleopatra.
Yeah. If you fart Four Roses, you farted downwind or upwind because, oh, yes, oh, my goodness, it stinks.
You're peeking a little bit. Not sure what you're saying, Cleopatra.
Something stank.
Well, I just wondered, if you fart Four Roses, do you do it up or downwind?
Oh, if you fart Four Roses, do you do it upwind or downwind?
Oh, always down.
Oh, yes, oh, my word, it stinks.
Oh, you don't. He doesn't like.
Yes. Oh my
Cleopatra
word!
does
It
not
stinks.
does not like Four Roses. Okay.
Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Did we just get Baba buoyed?
Well, I mean, Cleopatra is going to be our Baba Booey.
Right, that's what I'm
call
saying.
in, they'll be like, Cleopatra.
Oh God. Yeah, everybody's gonna be like, it's
Yeah.
Cleopatra. Like, dadgummit, we don't know who we're getting on this one.
Yeah.
Dadgummit. Oh, we got a super chat tonight
It's
too.
from Jason Newman.
We got another super chat.
Jump clap on all of the
Isn't that what
court
Dan did?
talk. It's the higher compression cork, if you know what I mean. Thank you, Jason, for that. We appreciate it. Hey, if you guys want to be on air, Jason has been on before. May or may not have been an anonymous caller, but go ahead and call us at 270-612-CASK. That's 270-612-2275.
And Mom, if you're watching this, do not call.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
And if any of my family at family reunion are watching this,
They're probably not.
do not call.
Put this back. I don't want. It's not. It
Unless
actually,
you're Blake Jr. I like
that's not the worst.
It's pretty bad.
That's actually not the worst.
Oh, I know which one it is.
What?
Starts with a P and ends with ERDS.
What?
It was the one that we had with Dixon. And I think it was Pritchard's.
Oh, yeah. That was terrible. That was really bad.
Was their rep.
Todd wants to know if we're going to be at ASW this Saturday. Greeze will be. He's driving down for the day and driving right back up.
Yeah, me and Patrick are driving down, shooting a video
Mm-hmm.
for the distillery, and we'll obviously highlight us hanging because it'll be super fun.
Are you driving over from Birmingham, Todd, to join the folks? It'll be fun. What Todd's talking about is there is an Oak and Thieves hangout, if you're an Oak and Thieves member, in Atlanta at ASW, actually all Saturday. It's not just at ASW, but starting at ASW, then I believe there's a cookout, and then finishing out the night with a Braves game. And it sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. Grease will be there. Bob and James will be there. If you want all the details, you can go join Oak and Thieves at oakandthieves.com. I'm wearing the shirt. It's our private barrel club where you get access to some of the most incredible whiskey that we can find. And if it's not some of the most incredible whiskey, we turn it down. So check us out, oakandthieves.com. And if you want to be on air, 270-612-2275.
We've got a call, Will.
Call in if you have any advice, what to take to a summer wedding, what to take to your in-laws, how to hide whiskey. Grease doesn't. I don't either, but we could, we can fudge our way through it.
Yeah.
So, we've got
What's the worst mistake we've ever made?
Yeah. Anything, any sort of advice, questions, comments, concerns.
When's the first time you French kissed a girl?
Which direction?
I had to clarify because I think I
man?
French kissed a dude before a girl.
All right. Andrew is calling in. Andrew, you're on the air.
Andrew.
Hold on, let me figure out how to work this shit.
Oh, there it is.
Well,
we got you. Well, I think
Do you not know how to talk on a telephone?
No, I'm pretty sure it like calls in this digital thing.
I've been drinking a little bit.
That's fair. Appreciate you and everything.
You should have just led with that, man. I would have.
Did y'all get the Healing Station single barrel straight wheat in Nashville area?
No,
or is that just a Memphis only.
No, I haven't seen it. So it's a straight wheat whiskey from Healing Station.
Yeah, Healing Station.
Yeah. I love their single barrels that we get in our area. I was actually drinking a Healing Station from Cool Springs Wine and Spirits last night, but I haven't seen the straight wheat.
Okay.
Is it single barrel or what? What are we looking at?
Yeah, they had four single barrel. They did four. I think it's four single barrels in what do you want to call it? In not Anticipation, but in the they redid Overton Park's golf course.
Oh, okay.
So it was in
celebration
of that.
Yeah.
Which they kind of screwed up the golf course. So luckily the whiskey wasn't.
Well, are they going to be able to do it again then? Can they can they do a second celebration when they fix the golf course?
What does it mean when they screwed up the golf? Like, what does that mean?
They scalped the greens, didn't they?
The grass, when they redid the grass, they screwed that up last year. So, but no, it is
it's probably some venture capitalist just buying it up.
Yeah, using the cheap grass.
Right.
Here it goes.
It's like, we got to cut corners somehow. I got to make my monies back.
That's right.
Yeah.
So what do you get on it? Is it pretty good?
Yeah, tell us about it.
To me, it's a 7-year. There's four different ones. I've got a couple of them. One is 116 proof. One's I think 118 proof. To me, the way it explained to me is, Old Dominic, when they source their stuff through MGP,
right?
They do all of their. They basically take everything, like the barrel, the source material, and they send it to MGP, and then MGP ages it. So everything else comes from Old Dominic.
Got it. So they're actually getting with those others like a custom mash bill with the grains they've selected, instead of it just being, hey, MGP, give us this recipe, like whatever, stock. Yes. They are truly contract distilling as opposed to just buying barrels. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to age those barrels.
And say, hey, you age it.
I'm just saying I can put them in here.
Oh, Grease wants to age them in his house.
Yeah. If you talk to him at all, just let him know. But hey, man, Grease want me to let y'all know he'll store those barrels in his house, and y'all don't have to pay the MGP fees, which are kind of like green fees.
Yeah, full circle,
astronomical.
So, but what were you saying about the wheat?
But no, they are. To me, it's a 7-year. It's 7 year in the barrel, and it is pretty damn good stuff. To me, I'm not gonna say it's a pappy killer, but it has the potential to to compete if it stays in the barrel
Okay.
long enough.
Got some good flavor. We're gonna have to look out for that. I love the Old Dominic location is really cool as well in Memphis. Beautiful kind of showroom and everything, and great. It's right across from where you get the chicken and waffles, right? Gus's? Is it Gus's?
Yeah.
Yeah, right across from Gus's.
Yeah, it's close to go. It's downtown, so
Yeah. So it's a cool. If people are ever in the Memphis area,
It's just close enough.
go check out Old Dominic and see if they have that wheat whiskey. Hopefully, it'll be coming here soon. Andrew, thanks for calling, man.
Thank you, Andrew. I thought it was Andrew
well,
West at first.
if you guys if you guys give me your mailing address, I might be able to run a copy up there. It's only 3 hours of
Yeah, send us a direct message or email thepodcask@gmail.com and we'll be in touch.
Okay,
Hey.
I will do.
Yeah, thepodcast@gmail.com.
All right. Thank you, Andrew, for calling. Hey, folks, we got a
y'all hang
couple
in there.
lines open. Got a couple lines open.
No, we don't. We have 2 callers waiting on us.
Grease, we have 5 lines. That's how you say it in the biz. Got a couple lines open. If you want to be on air, 270-612-2275.
I'm a bad salesman.
Always have been. All right, we've got Jody. And Jody, you are on the air.
You even get that right there, Will. Joe B.
It's Joe B?
Well,
Yes.
The call screener says
the
it's
intelligence
Jody.
of the artificial.
Yeah, we don't pay an actual call screener.
No.
We have a fake one. And it says, hey, this is Jody.
It does say it's Jody.
Yeah, so I'm like, hey, Jody, how you doing?
I'm going to take a picture of that.
So, what's up, JB?
Well, I was just wanting to know when we're doing bar night. I think the people want to
Oh,
know.
When are we doing bar night?
This one's such a good. I mean, thank you, caller.
Yeah.
Long time listener, first time caller, Joe B.
This is probably first time watcher.
Yeah,
This is probably the first time he's. How did you figure out the YouTube app, old man?
I was watching an archaeology video and
An archaeology video, and we popped up. It's sweet that you're subscribed.
Right, exactly. And he's obviously hit the bell.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Oh man, he hit the bell.
Hey, we don't know when we're gonna do bar night because we know that we'll schedule it and Grease will have to cancel.
Well, there's no way we can do it within the next 3 weeks.
Okay.
Or in August.
I mean, I don't know.
we had one scheduled, and what happened? Man,
Was that your appendix that burst or the stomach bug? Which one that you had to cancel?
Well, it could have been COVID. It could have
No,
been.
you definitely canceled when you had COVID. Like we had one on the books, but that was back in February. We had one on the books, and I think you had a stomach bug, which actually probably was like the precursor to your.
Oh, yeah, my
appendicitis.
appendicitis. Yeah, because it was like very similar on the front end.
Yeah, and they were just a week apart.
Yeah.
So.
that would have been content gold.
Oh yeah, if he had an appendix attack while we're on air, yes.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
and Patrick would have been there too, and he would have filmed it like reality TV.
He would have been filming, and we would have continued and just disqualified you and let you go off into the night.
Right.
Yeah, Joe B, I miss you.
That would have been pretty good, Joe B.
Are you in town, or are you on one of your like 37 vacations right now?
I don't do vacation like you think I do. I'm in town, buddy. I'm just waiting for the call.
What are you talking about? I look at Joe B's Instagram, and you're always in some exotic place,
Well,
like
he-
like the mountains.
He gets every Friday and Monday off. So it's just a 4-day weekend all the time.
That checks out.
I'm waiting to see pictures of you
I
at
don't go on cruises.
Well, that cruise cost I think $350 a pop.
The cruise I went on.
Yeah,
It was $1,650 all in, drinks included, port fees, taxes, balcony room for 2.
yeah.
Yeah, had to jump on that.
Wi-Fi.
It did come with Wi-Fi.
He did get that Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
And that $50 credit, man.
And a
Another
$50 credit.
$50 on board.
and you
credit.
think you're gonna be able?
No, you think.
Yeah.
Not the collective you. You think.
Well, we went on the pod cruise. I selected to get $75 onboard credit instead of getting the dining plan.
Right.
So here I am eating like a peasant all week over
Yeah.
here in like, the regular cafeteria.
Right.
And then while y'all are like y'all actually invited me to hibachi one time.
Yeah.
It was like hibachi this and steakhouse that. Like and I'm over here just being peasant, but it was fun.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Joe B, thanks for calling, man. Talk to you soon. We'll do a barn night in 3 to 5 years.
Yes, exactly. Love y'all.
Love you too.
Bye. All right.
I miss Joe B.
We've got Andy Payne calling.
I miss Joe B. Oh,
I do
God.
too. Andy Payne.
It says Randy Payne.
I know. I think he was actually trying to be funny, but I know that phone number anywhere.
No, AI.
The AI is not great. I said it last time. It's not great, but it does the trick.
It does lip in.
It does the trick.
I think I like Randy Payne better.
I know. I thought you were trying to be a jokester, like this is Randy Payne.
Yeah, Randy Payne feels like he's
Payne,
like he's a
long time watcher, first time caller.
Yeah, Randy Payne is definitely a wrestling name. Like you are, you're not like WWE, but you're like a regional wrestler. You know, like you're in the Memphis territory.
Oh, man,
Southern Alabama.
Yeah. What's up, Randy Payne?
So I have a serious question.
Okay.
So you guys get pitched lots of things all the time. How do you tell a store owner, a rep, a distributor that this barrel that you're offering to us or to me is not good and still maintain the relationship?
We actually just essentially did that with Nulu. I mean, we went through 9 barrels?
Yeah. And I would also say we did it with another one that we basically said, hey, these aren't quite what we're looking for. You're gonna have to, we're not going to take them.
An easy way for me that I have found to get out of it is like
let James do the talking.
No, like this doesn't align. This doesn't align with my palate because at that point, you're not saying their whiskey's bad. You are saying that people will think that your product is good. I just don't like those flavor profiles.
I also think it's a little bit more risky for us at this point to turn down barrels because first of all, someone that's pushing a barrel, especially if they didn't distill it because it's a source barrel anyways, if you tell them this isn't for us, they literally couldn't care less because those barrels are basically already sold. So I do think there is probably a little bit of a risk, like you may be way down the list then because you didn't take something that they gave you right up front. But that's a risk we're kind of willing to take to try to find only the really good things that we want people at Oak and Thieves to enjoy and to try. So we know that is a risk of someone saying, if you want to get in, you're going to have to take one of these. And if not, we have plenty of customers that will. And then because they bought this 3-year, not great, well-aged, needs a lot more years in the barrel, they're going to be able to get something better down the road and you won't be. So
we've actually asked, like, could this stay in the barrel for 2 more years? Or do we need, like, can we essentially put down some money for it to age
and
up a little bit?
That is rare at this point because they can just sell it. That most barrels they can just sell at this point.
100%. Yeah. They're not going to be like, that's probably a good idea for us. Like, no.
But
yeah, I saw a barrel posted the other day on Facebook in a local group that it was a Weller foolproof. They didn't get to taste it. They just got to say, do you want it or not? And they said, of course we'll take it.
Right. Of course. Yeah. That's
that kind of thing is like, the taterificness versus is it actually really good? You want to trust the people that you're picking or that are doing the picking.
Yeah.
That it's going to be an awesome barrel.
And Oak and Thieves is actually unique in that way the way we do it is because it's a legit retailer and they essentially can take that single barrel. Like for instance, we had a Russell's come in like that. It was acquired by the retailer. They sent it to us. If we don't like it, then the retailer has it and it's fine. So it kind of like is a buffer between there as far as, if we don't want it, the retailer could still choose to take it.
And it wouldn't necessarily burn
it wouldn't reflect on you. That's what I'm trying to say.
But the flip side of that is that we would, it probably would be a difficult conversation if we were offered like a Weller, and we've had bad Wellers. single barrels that just are off profile that people will take and move. It would be a difficult conversation knowing that would probably be the last one we're offering for a long time.
No,
if we turned it down.
You know what we could do, and I'm just sitting here like thinking
you probably shouldn't if it's going to reflect poorly upon us.
No, it won't. Like I just envisioned like somebody offering it to us, right? And we taste it, and it's like we didn't believe it.
Yeah,
we didn't believe in it as far as being above the rest.
Yeah,
in some capacity, right?
Yeah,
I would say we'll take the barrel. We've got the barrel. And then we just tell all of our people, this is not great, but we had to take it. Use it for trade bait. You are welcome.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Why would you not do that?
You would be outvoted in our group on that one.
They could take it. What are you going to, you're going to put it under that brand and it not be elevated?
No, I'm not going to take it.
Just don't make me.
I'm not going to tell our people you're not going to like this. Buy it anyways, and pay for shipping and do all that and use it for trade bait. We're not going to do that.
I'd spill the beans on a Zoom call for sure.
After the fact, yeah, but you'd be outvoted.
Oh yeah, I'd be outvoted.
Right. So yeah, you can spill the beans, and people are like, I'm glad that James, Will, and Bob are there to not be dumb.
No, I think.
Randy Payne, thanks for calling. We got more calls.
James and I 100% would be on the same side of that.
James would not be.
Yes, he would.
James would not be.
I want to call him.
I want James to call in right now. He can call 270-612-2275 to be on air, just like you can if you're watching at home on YouTube or if you're listening on the podcast feed. Sorry you missed it live, but hope you're enjoying this Whiskey Advice Live. We've got, this is Dr. Phil. This is Dr. McCracken. He called last time.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, but he has legit questions. So,
he does?
Yeah. Let's see. All right, Dr. McCracken, welcome to the show.
Hey, guys. How are you all doing? Good to see you back together.
We're doing well. Dr. McCracken, where did you get your – I shouldn't even go. I was going to say, where'd you get your medical degree? But why would I ask that?
I don't think you –
Why would I do that? Just go ahead with your planned question.
Yeah.
I studied I'm a practicing garage doctor.
Okay.
But it is what it is. But I have a simple question. I think it's a pretty good one for tonight that you both might be able to handle. If you could only pick one bottle of Jack Daniels to enjoy with a cigar, what bottle would you pick?
That's a really good question.
Oh, I know exactly what I would pick.
Okay.
Can it be the limited release rye? Or does it have to be a normal expression?
No, he said what bottle of Jack Daniels?
It's up to you.
So 100%. It would 100% for me be the barrel proof rye. Limited edition.
Okay. I think that's a good pick. Sometimes ryes can be overpowering with a cigar, though. There's a lot of spice, and you get so you'd want like a creamy cigar, right? To kind of counteract that.
I like to have very different flavors going on than like, I want an oaky expression with my cigar.
Sure.
Like I want a rum. Ryes are pretty good too, but Jack Daniels doesn't have a rum.
Well, what I would
have picked a rum.
I would actually say
Foursquare premise.
The allspice finish, the Jamaican allspice finish.
Oh God, that one is good.
It's the Tennessee Taster series.
Yeah, I'm just saying you have to have something.
Yeah, but that one
far from the cigar in order
a lot more tropical to me. It almost has some tiki notes to it. Yeah. I think that would go really well with a cigar.
They need to accompany, but it's like, why do I want to meet the flavor profile with the cigar? Like,
okay,
when I take a puff of a cigar, it's like,
well, you also don't want them to fight. You don't want the flavors to fight. You want them to complement.
100%. But let's just say you got two Starbursts, a cherry one and a lemon one. Can't think of two polar opposite flavors.
Yeah, you don't want to pop those in the mouth at the same time.
No, you don't do that.
Right.
But isn't it like if you've got 20 reds and 20 yellows, you'd probably go back and forth just to change it up. I'm saying you might have 2 reds here, then 1 yellow, then 3 reds, then 4
I understand
yellows.
what you're trying to say, but as your wife told you once, you're not great at the analogies.
I'm not. I'm not.
Dr.
I mean, if there's
McCracken, I would say those 2 are a little unfair because, yeah, that's yours. Both of them were not really.
What about the triple match?
Well, that's what I was going to say. They both aren't readily available, but one that I would say is probably more available, I was going to say triple mash. I like the triple mash because it has the malt in it, the malt whiskey, and Scotch and American malts and malt whiskeys traditionally do go very well with cigars and complement it.
That one in the bottle and bond.
So I think you're onto something there. That one is something everyone's going to probably be able to find on their shelves locally.
I think triple match is a good call.
Yeah.
It's pretty unique. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what did
Well,
you
what?
thanks for having me, and hopefully we'll do this again. Never. So,
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for your confidence, Dr. McCracken.
well,
Garage doctor
jokes
extraordinaire.
on him. He's called twice.
Yeah, I know. He loves it.
Wait, what did Andy Payne say?
He said
trade bait.
hashtag trade bait $10.
Yeah, I mean,
So
that's what I
Rob
would
Zilla
do.
wanted to know what is a tiki note. So because the Jamaican allspice finished, it's in Jamaican allspice wood, and there's like pimento dram or allspice dram is a liqueur that goes in a lot of tiki drinks. So that's why I said it that way, because it has some on the palate, some notes that are reminiscent of like an allspice dram because of the wood it's finished in. So yes, I understand that's probably the worst way to describe it, because it's like, what the heck is a tiki note? Yeah, it's not really descriptive, but that's what I meant by
It kind
that.
of sounds like that's the note.
No. That no one, no. Everyone, you
It's
can
from the
call
land
in
of tiki.
270-612-2275. And we have a caller now. This is our buddy Brian Reynolds.
Oh,
Brian, it's been a long time since we talked to you. Thanks for calling in on Whiskey Advice Live. How can we help you?
Hey, fellas.
Hey.
So I just need a refresh. What is non-chill filtered?
Non-chill filtered. So when you have really with any whiskey in the distillation process, some like fatty acids and some esters and things like that go along with it. And the temperature change, those can kind of, because they're fatty acids, can kind of congeal and make the whiskey look cloudy if you don't have a cap on that. So be careful. They can look cloudy if the temperature gets too cold. And so it's an aesthetic thing that some brands, many brands actually, especially the lower proof and non targeting to the whiskey fan audience, they will drop the temperature so that those get thicker or kind of congeal, and then they will filter it to pull out those fatty acids. So that it's more aesthetic on the shelf. It won't get cloudy. But if it did get cloudy, there's nothing wrong with it. It's not a bad thing. It just says the presence is there.
I mean, I'm putting it in my perspective. If I go and I know nothing about whiskey and I'm trying to get into it, or I'm trying to get my buddy a whiskey because he likes whiskey, right?
Yeah.
And you go up there, and I'm just saying, you see 2 bottles that you know nothing about, but one of them is cloudy. I could be like, oh, that one's probably bad.
But because you're in a store that's climate controlled, you're probably rarely going to see that on a shelf. And there's plenty of non-chill filtered. I don't think I've ever walked in and seen a bottle that's just sitting there cloudy.
Well,
But the converse argument of why people do not chill filter. So I just explained what chill filtering is. The non-chill filtering, many believe it leaves more flavor because it leaves those fatty acids in the whiskey. There are some people that dispute that and say it doesn't do that. I err on the side of less filtering the better, because you're obviously taking something out.
who argues the other side of that?
I'm also not a chemist.
They're
so,
idiots.
So yeah, so that I hope that helped.
Brian, how are you doing?
I'm good, man. Just living life. Got 6 kids. You know,
Heck yeah.
bought a house.
I heard about that. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that on the internet. Are you watching this on YouTube right now, or are you just calling in?
It's on my TV, man.
Oh,
So you can
How big
so you
are
can
we?
see when I look at you.
how big are we, Brian?
How big? What do you mean? How big are we?
Well, you're about the size. If I stick out my thumb, you're about the size of my thumb. So.
Well, now we need to know how far back you are.
Oh man, he's got like a 21-inch TV.
Thumbs up. It's a tube TV.
It's
It's an old
tubes.
tube, so I can still play duck hunt.
I love it. Oh, I guess you couldn't play duck hunt on a regular TV on like an LCD.
Nope.
They have made
A mod for
you
it.
can do the coax, right?
No. The gun is the problem.
It won't work.
No, because it was reflecting from the tube. Like that's what the technology was.
Yeah,
I
tube of
was
the TV
wondering
flat.
how they got a sensor behind every TV.
I knew you did. Yeah, I never thought of that. That's an interesting point there, Brian. Appreciate that. Pro tip. Grease just bought one on eBay.
Well, no wonder you just hit the TV with it. You're like, I want that reflector to be right where I'm pointing it.
Yeah, you get up real close.
Yeah. But there is an argument that the further back you are, the more reflective it would. I'm just saying.
There are arguments to be made, kind of like chill filtering versus non-chill filtering.
God, can we unpack that with a therapist one day?
No,
Okay.
I mean you can.
Right.
You can do whatever you
I-
want.
I've
on
unpacked
your time.
Weirder things.
Brian, thanks for calling, man. It's great to hear your voice, buddy. We miss you.
Me too.
Yeah, guys, miss y'all. See you soon.
See you, buddy.
Brian is also a Pod Cruise alum.
He is. He's
Yeah.
a pod cruise alum. And an all-around great guy.
Oh man, someone
just-
from an 818 area code skipped the auto screening process.
Let
and
them in.
it dropped. No, they're gone.
Oh, it
I could
terminated.
try to call them back, but that's risky.
That is risky.
You want to try it?
And 818. Oh, no, here.
They're calling back.
We're
They're
calling.
calling
They're
back.
calling. We're calling back.
If you want to be on air,
Do you know?
270-612-2275.
I think the weirdest thing that I've ever asked my therapist
Mm-hmm.
is, do you remember that game, Sim Ant? That was the question.
And what did the therapist normally asks you questions.
Well, you haven't therapied with me, baby.
No, that's the problem.
Yeah. You don't. Let me go ahead and tell you, I therapy hard, dude.
I can tell.
I prep for it. I'm like listening to self-help.
You're
Commentaries.
self-help before the therapy. Like, isn't the therapy the self-help?
No, you got to get amped. You got to be going so that you're ready to receive the blessings.
Zach Jones said Grease's therapist doesn't get paid enough.
Yes, she does. Yes.
I kind of sided with
Yes, she does. She
Uh-oh.
does.
him. Oh, this is going to be a real treat.
Hey, my name is.
This person is claiming to be Matthew McConaughey. All right.
Oh, is this Patrick?
Let him. You would know his number.
I don't know his number.
Hey, Matthew, you're on the air.
Matthew.
how we doing, fellas?
Oh,
Yep.
yeah. It's Patrick.
I know that, Matthew.
It's Patrick.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey, Patrick.
Maybe I called the wrong number. I was hoping it's a podcast. You guys keep saying Patrick.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is the podcast, Mr. McConaughey.
Yeah,
What,
we have a
what's your question for
stepsister named Patrick that we thought was calling in,
yeah.
but
What's your question for us?
Yeah, I love that, man. Well, no, I found myself in a pickle. I'm trying to decide if I had to choose between George Clooney and Leonardo DiCaprio to share a glass with. Who would I choose?
it's got to be Leonardo.
Oh no, he'll get into weird like climate
Right.
change stuff immediately, right off the bat, and he'd tell you how bad the corn is for the environment. You go and George Clooney.
No,
He's a practical joker. He'll play some tricks.
no, I think he's the better guy. Like if you're gonna pick one to be a friend with, George Clooney, 1,000%. If you get one night on the town with said person, you go full on DiCaprio, and if you don't,
You're just hoping you get photographed. You just want to be seen photographed with Leo.
Will, I can take a selfie with Leo. I don't care. I can take a selfie with George Clooney. That's the same. I'm talking about the party. I'm sorry. I don't think DiCaprio parties I don't think Clooney parties anywhere close to DiCaprio's level. There's zero chance. Have you seen him in Wolf of Wall Street
Yeah.
versus Oceans?
Well, I feel like I don't know if Oceans is the best example.
Let me go ahead and tell you, if you're in a movie called Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
I'm not hanging with you.
First of all, Grease, that I think you are one of the characters in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? You are. We thought you was a toad. That's you. Delmar. We thought you was a toad. Do not seek the treasure.
I agree.
Great soundtrack. What?
I hope your door's unlocked. I hope your door's unlocked.
Did you lock it back?
Upstairs, isn't it? It's not locked.
Did I lock upstairs?
Did
Yeah.
you lock it back when you?
No.
All right.
Yeah, it's open, dude. It's wide open.
All right.
All right. Thank you,
Yeah,
Matthew.
Love you, mean it.
Hey,
you know what? Great guy. You
Folks,
know,
we've got
he's
we got a few time for a few
I
more
feel like he's a
callers.
short time listener, long time caller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in some way,
He's never listened.
he's
but he
always
calls a lot.
that guy.
Hey, somebody, if y'all want to call, you still got a few minutes.
Yeah, we
left
got like,
before
what,
you wrap
5
up
minutes?
the show. Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
be our encore if you want to be on.
let's go, folks. Call in at 270-612-2275. I had another thing.
Well, I was going to talk about my family reunion.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can talk about that. I had another thing I was going to talk about.
I don't want to talk about it.
That's fine.
It was a great experience.
Tell me about it, Grease. You were at the Dillard house, which is hilarious to me.
Yeah, the Dillard
Think I'll
house.
Stay at the Dillard
The
house.
food is awful.
Right, which we were talking about that at
It's
work
supposed
today.
to be iconic.
The Dillard house as a child was like, oh, we got to eat at the Dillard house.
Mm-hmm.
But was it always terrible?
Or was it
do
because
you
they had a
think-
dessert buffet?
Or do you think it's just terrible now? Did you get a steak?
The fry, I don't know how on God. Here's the deal: the parents own where they determine where you go. The only time a kid determines where they go is if you're tired or it's their birthday.
And it's McDonald's most of the time.
Yeah,
when they're
something like
tired.
that. Yeah, they're not going to be like, "Ooh, let's go to Dillard House." But no, I think adults are just like this fried chicken is dry. This carved ribeye or whatever it was took literally a year to chew. It was
So
like
the
what
prime rib?
Like what do
Prime
we
rib
do?
or ribeye?
It wasn't prime rib.
Yeah. Subprime rib.
Subprime?
Yeah, subprime rib.
Is
Prime,
sub-
not prime rib.
Is subprime? Is that negative prime numbers?
Yeah, it's beneath prime.
Subprime. More than meets the prime. A subprime. A subprime.
That's fine.
Anything? All right. So you had one more thing to talk about. We're cutting.
no,
we're
it was fine.
a whiskey news tonight.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I wrote 4 jokes
Yeah,
or news stories to read. Four news stories
See?
to read today.
Oh man, he got a shower recently. I bet that's his first shower in like 5 days.
He got the crust off.
He did. Hey man, have you brushed your teeth, or does your teeth feel like they got sweaters on them?
Teeth sweaters.
Little fuzzies. Like, oh yeah, it's like a dryer vent up there.
Oh, okay. We've got a. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
gosh.
Yeah, we've got a caller here. This is
Okay.
a good way to end the night, I
That is
think.
pretty good. I just don't know where my calf is.
It's under there.
I know it's under
I tossed it back there. You go deep there. All right, we've got Eric the Whiskey Mutant on line 14. Eric, you are on the air. Thanks for calling the Podcast Advice Live.
Well, thanks for having me again, guys. I'm at work. I apologize. There's lots of catheters and urinals around here, so if I get disconnected,
Hey, can I get a
That's why,
Sage
but-
Primo fit the next time you're down here by Stryker?
yeah, you sent me that picture of your measurements, but something happened to it. So you'll have
Yeah,
to retake
you
that
probably
photo.
misplaced it because it was really small.
The drawings are incredible on that.
Yeah, it's like
You
Yeah,
tape
so-
that to your
no, but I
penis?
mean, if you go with figure number 1, there ain't no way it's going to look like. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
like that's like a slinky.
Right?
Like figure 1, there's nothing there, and then pow,
Yeah. Then
as Lightning McQueen would
now
say,
it's in there.
Ka-chow! Yeah. All right, Eric, what do you got for us tonight?
There's a
Sorry,
thing on here called the wicking chamber. We're
Yeah.
gonna have to.
That wicks away the
Eric,
pee-pee.
after we're done live, I need to call you because there are some adjectives on here that I am not familiar
Let's
with.
just FaceTime. He can show you how to put it on.
Yeah. I mean, professionally, I'm not supposed to give any medical advice over the phone, but I'll make a exception for Greeze.
All right.
There's a suction tubing adapter.
Let him talk. You got any advice for us, or do you need to take some advice?
So I think when I called last time, I spoke about a certain magazine problem I had.
Yeah.
And I think it actually made things worse.
I noticed that.
Why did it make things? Did somebody get upset?
They doubled down and they posted an Instagram image
of his.
No, not of his, but I mean, he didn't take the photograph, but stylistically, there's some trademark infringement, if you know what I mean.
So stealing
the gimmick, if you know what I mean.
Is it the same person that wrote the article
that runs the account of the magazine? No.
Oh, okay.
I don't think that's how that works, but
I don't know.
That's cute of you to think.
I didn't know.
All right, so what you looking for more advice? Though? Let him talk.
Honestly, I'm going to just steer away from that, and I'm just curious about one thing.
Okay.
If the Scooby-Doo crew all went into a liquor store, they're of age now.
Yeah.
What is each member of the gang grabbing?
Ooh, okay. So, what's Blondo's name?
Scooby just grabbed sour mix. That is it. No alcohol to go in.
No, he's getting 2-bitch bourbon. Scooby-Doo is. Then what's the blonde guy's name? Why can't I think of his name?
He's the idiot. He's the American flag guy or whatever.
No, what?
He's got blue jeans. He's got the white shirt and like this red ascot or something. Is that what it is? It is.
Yeah, it is an ascot.
So, I guess he would have the Fred Minnick.
Oh, he would either
Total
do a
Wine.
Fred Minnick Total Wine pick, or I was just gonna say Blanton's.
That guy, 100. The only bourbon
Fred.
he knows.
His name is Fred, and he wears an ascot. Took us long enough,
man.
We're dummies.
Jeez. You never remember that guy's name.
Shaggy would get Jeremiah Weed sweet tea whiskey.
Okay.
As we said, Scooby-Doo 2-bitch bourbon. Daphne.
Oh, Daphne? Jack Daniels, number 7.
Daphne getting number 7?
Oh yeah, dude. She's wild.
Velma is getting Penelope.
Is she the nerdy one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's getting Penelope Architect. Penelope Architect. And then Scrappy Doo, is he old enough to drink, or is he just stealing sips from Scoob?
Is she talking about Shaggy?
No, Scrappy Doo's little nephew.
Oh.
Scrappy.
Yeah.
Okay, well, he might just have sour mix. That's who got sour mix.
Okay.
Hey, Scooby, I got sour mix. We can put it in the whiskey and make whiskey sours.
That's your. Have you ever seen Scooby Doo? If that was your Scrappy Doo? Hey, I love that, Eric.
Maggie talks to me like that.
Thanks for that. What would you say now that we've got you on the air?
I would agree that Freddie's definitely grabbing some Blantons. I mean, he just looks like a dude that would go in, ask for Blantons, and then
or Angels
not leave till they show him the bag.
Yeah,
and then he may leave after that.
I've been shopping here for 15 years.
Yeah, my dad shops here, and he got Blantons a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
Shaggy's broke. I'm gonna say Shaggy's like getting like 10 high, like grain neutral spirit. He's getting the most alcohol he can for the cheapest.
It's a regular benchmark.
Oh, he's just getting benchmark. Yeah, that's good.
Okay, well no, I don't think so. I think he's getting 10. No, he's getting 10 high.
So
he looks
whiskey.
Well, no, yeah, because that would give you a bigger hangover, and that I've never seen a cartoon character in my life look more hungover than Shaggy.
I don't think he looks hungover.
He definitely looks hungover.
Either
that or he's on THC because he's anxious all the time.
That's literally what the whole thing is.
Oh, is that real?
Yes.
I thought it was like acid or something.
All right, Eric, you can continue.
I don't even know.
He turned out his own.
All right, what's Velma drinking? Because our buddy Corey said Velma's drinks are on me.
Dude, she's hot.
Velma is the party one. You may not think it, but she's the party one.
Yeah.
Super cute, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think she's going Jack Daniel's barrel proof, actually.
Oh.
Honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Get nasty with it.
Squat bottle.
She loves bananas.
Who else we got? Daphne?
Yeah.
Daphne is getting White Claw. I mean, I'm sorry. She's just
100%. Party like yeah, like she's like college girl, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's like, oh my gosh, I love
she's getting that. Yeah.
I love seltzers.
And then she's getting mad at Freddie for not getting the Blanton's because she thinks it looks good with pictures. Like she wanted to take an Instagram post.
I tried to get it.
She's definitely taking a lot of selfies with this alcohol.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she's the Greeze.
Yeah. And then I guess Scoob. I mean, Scoob is just, I don't know. Scoob's getting some Knob Creek, I think. I think he's
a refined dog.
Well, no, he loves chewing on like sticks and like it's kind of nutty and oaky and bitter.
He don't chew on sticks. He literally eats people food.
He eats Scooby snacks.
Hamburgers.
Yeah.
Well, his ancestors like sticks.
No, here. What would Eric the Whiskey Mutant be drinking? Because I think you both like Scooby snacks.
That freaking dragon thing with weird hair.
Oh yeah, dude. I would take some Dickel Bottled and Bond, and I would pair the hell out of it with the dog treat.
Yeah. Scooby snacks.
Oh, a dog treat.
Well, first of all,
I thought he said dog treat.
Are Scooby snacks dog treats? Because Shaggy eats them. I thought they were just cookies.
Oh, we're just cookies.
Scooby snacks?
Well, the Scooby snacks that we can get are actually just little cinnamon cookies.
Yeah.
That I would definitely pair with.
Hey,
With
Scooby.
a freaking E.H. Taylor or Elijah Craig barrel proof, probably.
All right. Well, Eric, thank you so much. Enjoy your night at work. No, I just accidentally X'd out the call screener.
So much wisdom right there. Yeah, so we're done.
Yeah, so that's it, folks. Thank you so much. Zach Jones ending it with the Daphne of the night comment, White Claws and Smoking Camel Crushes. Not wrong there. We've all met her. All right, folks. Thank you so much for watching.
I feel like you got to end your night with a little menthol, to clean the breath up a little bit.
That's right. Folks, thank you so much. Join our barrel program at oakandthieves.com. In the description, we actually have a link to the two. Actually, no, that was on a different thing. I released the podcast of last week. Go to last week's show, though, and get the link to purchase a little of the cigarette blend or the Get Out toasted rye, or just join Oak and Thieves because we got a bunch of barrels coming down this month, next month, and throughout the rest of the year. They're all going to be great. And if you want to support me and the Grease and be a part of our after parties or our bar nights or our virtual bar night or our town hall, go to patreon.com/thepodcast. And as always, you can get merch at thepodcast.com/store. We don't know Jack Grease,
but we'll drink it.
Thanks for calling in, folks. It was a heck of a night.